Now, horizontal decoupling means when you are trying to put an AI solution in, and it needs to interface, let's say, with 15 other enterprise systems and 50 documents, right? And 20 things out of people's head. It's one thing to get all of that from those systems and build your solution connecting to Salesforce, connecting to NetSuite, connecting to ServiceNow, connecting to Gmail, connecting to Teams, connecting to everything. Now, what are you doing? You're keeping the context in each one of those systems, connecting to the documents, and you're putting the logic to do what you need to do to get your job done. If you do that, what happens? What you're going to quickly find is the context inside one of those systems is going to conflict with the context inside another one. And you can reconcile that inside your solution that you're building. But what you're going to do every single time, well, first of all, it's painful. But when you do this the second time, when you have the next beautiful AI use case, you're going to do it a different way. And you're going to create a very chaotic, non-scalable way of multiple versions of truth getting in the wake of your failure. Now, I would argue that companies that are further along in their AI maturity, when you go from that 95% failing to 70% failing, it becomes harder to go to 60% failing because of this. Now, that's the wrong way to do it. Now, this is not coming from the lab. We didn't sit and go, oh my God, let's figure out horizontal decoupling. We've been doing this for 2.5 years. We tried doing this for a first set of clients. We got the first set of use cases working. Then we tried to get a second set of use cases, and they all started collapsing. The first set stopped working because the second set gave a different version of the truth. And so what we've learned is to say the right way to do this, as you extract customer information from your CRM and you extract customer information from NetSuite and SAP, it's a great time to create a horizontal context of all three and reconcile what does it mean to be a customer. So now you introduce paying customers, customers with orders, and customers that we have a relationship with, and they form the context, and now you're reconciling those three. That's what you need to do for orders, that's what you need to do for employees, that's what you need to do for customers, that's what you need to do with products, services, and everything that matters. So you're beginning to create a synthesized version of the truth, which, and I talk about this a lot in the book. When you go back to the biological analogy, do you know that your eyes alone send 10 million bits of signals to your brain every time? Okay? Then your other senses are sending a few million more. Now, the problem is if you don't have your brain create the context, and take anything, you throw a pebble in the water, you'll see this. Light moves faster than sound, which means your eyes are seeing it before the sound hits your ears. Why do you feel like you heard it at the same time? Your brain's synthesizing it. And that's exactly what needs to happen. That's why the book is called The Enterprise Brain. We agonize over the title, and this was like perfect. And that's the idea of horizontal decoupling. You're extracting context out. Every time you're doing this, you don't go and do a context extraction exercise for 5 years. Take a use case. Every time it connects to anything internal, extract the context, reconcile it for that use case. When you add the second use case, don't let another team go build it like you went and bought another SaaS software. That's how we got into the app trap. Reconcile it so that the next guy is sitting on a firmer foundation of harmonized truths for the enterprise.